Good evening. My name is Jaden, and welcome back to the 50s. Hello there. So, last night I saw the newest film co-written and directed by Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans. It stars Gabriel LaBelle, Michelle Williams, Paul Dano, and Seth Rogen. According to Letterboxd, the film is a coming-of-age story about a young man's discovery of a shattering family secret and an exploration of the power of movies to help us see the truth about each other and ourselves. So this video is going to be primarily spoiler-free. However, there's no real need to say that because there's not much to spoil in the film. I've heard stuff and other people's reviews saying they don't want to spoil a specific plot point, but there is so much to unpack here, and I want to kind of talk about piece by piece so I can get exactly what I thought out of the way. The film stars Gabriel LaBelle as Sammy Fabelman, and I honestly kind of relate to him because when I eventually adult, I want to become a filmmaker, and this film really spoke to me. And I think, about an hour into the movie, I texted one of my friends, hey, let's make a movie. I don't know if that's ever going to go through. I sure hope it does, but this film really spoke to me because I really want to be a filmmaker, and I understand his struggles with people not wanting to be in it. Michelle Williams does a great job. I think the only other film I've seen her in 5 films apparently. Oh wait, no, I can't say the joke. Never mind. Because it's a spoiler. Paul Dano, who has been having a hell of a year, he does a really good job in this film, especially later on. I think he's gotten to the age where he can play these older, wiser characters, kind of, not a mentor, but I guess he's one of the foils for Gabriel, or, oh my gosh, Sammy. Sorry, I was looking at the cast list while saying that. He's one of, the foils, but not, an antagonist. He's just one of the ones who's more, on the genius, computery side, and he does a really good job as being the dad figure. Seth Rogen knocked it out of the park. I was shocked because I'm not the world's biggest fan of Seth Rogen. However, he was really good in this movie. There's one part where he says,
"You think whatever bad things you want about me, kiddo, but you stop making movies. It'll break your mother's heart. She doesn't deserve that. Not from anybody, least of all from you."
Julia Butters, who was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Gray Man. The Gray Man was not a good movie, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she was really good in that movie. She's really good here. She kind of looked like Velma. The whole story and how it plays out is very Oscar baity, very crowd pleasy, but it works because it's based on Spielberg's life, and he kind of has this underdog story, and the way he fit it into a structurally stable narrative, it makes sense, and it may come off as super, not pretentious, but super simple, but this film it was exactly what it needed to be. For a running time of 2.5 hours, literally it's 2 hours and 31 minutes. I wasn't bored once, and when it ended, it was one of the ones where I wanted more. I was not underwhelmed, it just ended like that. It was so abrupt. I just wanted to see more of what was to come. But it was still a really good film. It's getting all the buzz everyone was expecting it to get. And I'm really glad because last year, Steven Spielberg was kind of the underdog. I just rewatched West Side Story a couple days ago. It was so good. If you get a chance to see this film in theaters, please go see it in theaters. It is one that deserves your attention. It is one that deserves the awards. And you saw the title of this video. I think this film is going to win Best Picture. I'm just going to throw in my little Oscar predictions because I think they might be accurate. Best Picture, I think that my nominees, as it goes down, there are some films I haven't seen, but just by, reception-wise, I think The Fabelmans, it's basically a 4-way tie, except between Fabelmans, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Babylon. Babylon is, of course, not out yet. I think those ones have the best chance out of the rest. I put Woman Talking, Top Gun Maverick, Tar, All Quiet on the Western Front, Nope, and Aftersun. The others, I have only seen Top Gun Maverick and Nope on the rest of them. But I don't know about those ones. I think they could be nominated, but I think those top 4, maybe not Babylon, but let's say those top 3, because I've seen those ones, Fabelmans, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think they all have an equal chance, but mainly, Banshees of Inisherin and Fabelmans, all 3, I can't tell which one was going to win, because if you ask me in March, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, it's between Banshees and Fabelmans. Personally, I put this film right below Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's currently my number 2 of the year. Everything Ever Roll at Once, I liked it the most. I think it's the most well-made film of the year. However, I think I enjoyed The Fabelmans the most out of any film this year, if you understand what I mean. The cinematography is super well done. Anytime I watch a Spielberg film, mainly a lot of rewatching, I keep forgetting how much personality his films have. The camera movement is so sharp and, like, calculated. However, it's not like Kubrick. Kubrick's camera work is super specific and is done in a very, like, sharp way, whereas it's more for, like, psychologically it means something. It's more like a painting, whereas Steven Spielberg's is more intimate. It's more in the moment. Something I've noticed with his more recent movies is that there's this filmy grain, and I saw this TikTok about, like, this God's light effect, and now that I've noticed that, it's always there. And this film does not stray away from that. It is probably one of my favorite Spielberg films. I think I have it at number 4. And it's just... The reason I think I love this film so much is because, like, throughout his whole career, maybe not all of it, I don't know. But throughout his career, as he's grown as a director, you can, like, see what it was building up to. This is, like, his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You know? It's just such a beautiful film, and it deserves all the praise it's getting. There's this one scene where it's like a praying scene. It's hilarious. If you don't know my rating system, an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 is a golden ticket, and a 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 is a trophy. I'm going to be giving The Fabelmans a 9 out of 10. I think this film is just utterly incredible. And once again, go see it, please. It deserves all your attention. It deserves all the love in the world. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay gold, everyone.